Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos folks. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So without further ado, we're going to continue going over the positions with the Jets, going over the roster, talking about where we're at, what's going on. Cuts have been made, so guys are out of here, some guys are in here, what's going to happen during the season for them, what could be, who could be on the uprise. A lot of things to talk about with this roster. So last part that I'm going to talk about this roster is the cornerback position and the safety position. Our secondary as a whole, we're going to combine those. We're going to talk about some of the guys that I definitely think are going to jump out, some of the guys that are here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First guy I want to talk about as a corner, Morris Claiborne. Oh man, this guy's here. He's looking solid. This is a guy I expect a bit from this year because, again, we signed Tremaine Johnson, outstanding corner. I think Claiborne is going to get a lot of work this season because I think a lot of people are going to stay away from Johnson. They're going to try their best not to throw the ball to his side whatsoever. So I think Claiborne is a guy that's going to get picked on a lot, and I do expect a lot out of him. I think that he may be the guy that will lead the Jets in interceptions because he's going to get so much traffic coming his way. I'm looking to see him hopefully stay healthy this year. Last year, he was getting dinged up left and right, ankle injuries, injuries here and there, just getting nicked up. And that kind of hurt his play down the stretch. If he can clean that up and stay relatively healthy this year, I really see big things for him on this football team. Next guy I want to talk about, Buster Skrine. Buster Skrine is a guy that's here. As you can see, I think Buster Skrine's all right, but he's got to clean his play up. Last year, I was not excited about him. A lot of penalties, a lot of issues in coverage. If we put him back in that slot where I think he does best, I'm hoping to see him clean that up this year. Because you can just not have some of the things that I saw out of him last year. It was awful. I really wanted him off the roster, but he came in and he's had a solid camp, solid preseason. He looks like he's going to be back to his regular self. And again, I think with the addition of Tremaine Johnson, that he's going to be able to be put back in his natural position, and that's where he'll be able to find himself again and have a solid season for him. But Buster Skrine is one of the guys that I'm highlighting that really needs to step up this season. Next guy I want to talk about is a guy that I've kind of talked about a little bit already, is Tremaine Johnson. What a free agent acquisition he is. Let me tell you something. Bringing him in here really kind of relieves a lot of the pressure that we would have in the secondary because this guy is a very solid corner in the NFL. He's a guy that, man, if you test him, he will destroy you. A lot of offensive coordinators don't look at him and go, hey, that's the guy I want to pick on. No, we're going to go elsewhere. I really like his style of corner. I think it really fits us. I think he's going to be a very solid corner for us. I think he's going to be able to take away a lot of wide receivers, especially number one wide receivers, that would have given us fits last year. So I like his addition. It allows us to put Claiborne on the other side, to do what he needs to do and put him in the best position to be successful as well. So Tremaine Johnson, love the guy, and I'm glad that Mac picked him up. Roberts, Darryl Roberts is here as well. This is another guy that needs to step up. Had an awful year last year. Really was not excited about his play. He's a guy that really, really needs to get it together. I was surprised. There were some fights between him and Clark, for that roster spot, but he was able to make it. Clark was a guy that actually got cut. He got stashed on the practice squad as well, but Roberts is a guy that needs to step up. Next guy I want to speak about, Perry Nickerson, a guy that we just drafted. I am so hyped about this kid. Did not think that he would be there in the round that we actually got him in. He is the goods. I mean, he's athletic. He's fast. He's a guy that can be decent in coverage. He's just got to get out there and get his time, man. And I think once he does that, we could be talking about next year him actually being a very solid slot corner for us. But he's just got to get out there and get the time out there. He's got to get out there and be tested by these offenses. And he's just got to get some stuff under him. Just get something under his belt and be able to attack these wide receivers and go out there and show what he's about. So again, Perry Nickerson, that's a young kid to watch. Next guy I want to speak about, Justin Burris. This is a guy that I'm really, really, really surprised made the roster. He sucks. Justin Burris sucks. He sucks. Like, he is not good. This is another pick that Mac made that I'm really just like shaking my head at every single time I watch him play, every single time that I hear his name, because he's shown us nothing. He goes out there and he gets toasted. He looks lost in coverage all the time. I mean, he made one play you know, against the Eagles in the last preseason game, and maybe that was the play that saved his roster spot. I don't know. But this kid is bad. He's a guy that absolutely must step up and show us why in the heck did we draft you? Because he's shown us nothing. He's shown us really no ability to be a solid slot corner, no ability to really be a 2 or a 1 or nothing. Like, it's just embarrassing bad. So he's a guy that definitely has to step up this year and show us something, man. Last but not least, the last guy I want to speak about, Jones. Derek Jones, a guy that is on this roster, that another young guy that's getting his feet under him, that is definitely going to be able to, you know, see what we're going to get out of him, see if he can make some plays out there and do his thing. So Derek Jones is another young guy that I think is going to be able to get after it, man, and we'll see, you know, what pans out with him. Because, again, he's a guy that needs snaps, needs to get out there, and needs to be attacked by an offense to really get his feet underneath him. So that kind of clears up our cornerback spot. The next spot I want to talk about, again, because we're talking about our secondary, is our safety spot. We kept 5 safeties. I mean, I'm not surprised. I know other fans might be surprised, but I am not. I'm going to start with Jamal Adams. Complete beast. This kid is the Energizer Bunny of our defense. Every time he's out there, he brings nothing but just everything. Everything in the kitchen sink, he's going to throw it at you. He brings immediate burst, immediate energy. This is a guy that I definitely think could push to be a Pro Bowl player this year. But thing is, dude, is he has got to get it together as far as catching interceptions. He drops a bit of those, and he's also got to get it together in coverage a little bit. There were some plays last year where he lost guys in coverage. If you go back and you watch that Bills game, there was some some issues there with a young receiver on the Bills. He was getting toasted. There were some tight ends also that toasted him this year as well that I think he's got to clean up a little bit. But everything else, this kid is really solid, pretty solid tackler. He's a guy that comes down and runs support, gets into the box, and will absolutely lay the lumber there. You know, and I think moved around in the scheme as well. They might be dialing up some pass rush and stuff for him as well, for allowing him to come around that outside, you know, get from that blitzing spot, you know, where they set up those safeties, and allow him to really rush after the quarterback, you know, off of those edges. So I love Adams. I think the world of him, and I'm very excited that we have him on this football team. Very vocal guy, a leader, a young leader. He's one of the guys that are really a part of changing his culture on this football team. Next guy I want to talk about, May. Oh, man. May is something else. Listen, this guy's coming off an ankle injury. Hasn't practiced, hasn't played much. Still dealing with the injury. I think he's going to be solid and around for week 1, though. Let me tell you something. Marcus May, I think, may be the best defensive player on this football team. If you look at the numbers from last year, dude, he's a monster. He never comes off the field. He's always solid. He's always just out there doing exactly what he's supposed to do. The biggest question mark for him this year is how much has this ankle injury impacted him? Can he recover from it? Is he going to be good? That's it. Because I think the world of Marcus May, and I think that he is going to be a very solid football player for us this year. Again, but, you know, if that injury is good to go. So next guy I want to speak about, Brooks. You know, Terrence Brooks is here. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be used in that 3 safety set that Todd Bowles likes to run. He was used for it in the past as well. Doug Middleton's another guy I think is going to be involved in that. And another guy we picked up that I'm really going to think is going to be vital to some of the scheme things that we do is J.J. Wilcox. J.J. Wilcox is here as well. He's going to be doing his thing. So when you look at our safety position, we're pretty solid, man. We're not bad at all. You know, we've got some guys that can do different things and guys can put in situations to really be big playmakers. So our secondary as a whole, I think is, you know, it's all right. There's some questions after that number 2, number 3 corner about, you know, what's going to go on there in coverage. You know, can some of those guys step up this year? But, you know, that's kind of what it's about. Just seeing what's going on this year. And I think with the young team that we have, we got a lot of growing to do. So with all that said, please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. Again, I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Next video, man, we're going to be talking about the picks coming up. The NFL season is here. It is quickly approaching, and there's a lot to talk about with this football team, with the game we have coming up. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Peace.